Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set to begin the semi-final round of the 2025 Only the Strong tournament. From the grid of 8, now there are only 4. And 2 of these men, the winners of these next 2 contests, will reach the finals and have the opportunity to earn a guaranteed World Championship shot in any promotion within the World Wrestling Alliance.
This semi-final match is scheduled for one fall. And introducing first, from London, England, the world's finest Union King.
Union King advanced out of the first round by defeating the Ghost Warrior Koji Yoshiro in a rematch from months ago on XWA Takedown. And now he sets sights against arguably the biggest challenge of his singles career. I just thought about this for a second. In order for Union King to be able to earn the championship opportunity, potentially, for the XWA World Heavyweight Championship, if I'm guessing that's what the title it is that he's going to go for, then he's going to have to beat this man here twice. First here tonight, and then second in the subsequent championship match anywhere within the next 365 days after the victory here in this tournament. And that is not an easy order.
And his opponent, from San Diego, California, the XWA World Heavyweight Champion, Undisputed, Ethan
Ethan Ulrich advanced into the semi-final round with a victory over Tank Kowaku of New Japan Pro Wrestling in what I would have to say is probably the most impressive match of this young champion's career. He showed us something that I never thought I would see out of a man of this guy's size. We know he's young, we know he's strong, we know he's athletic, but he stepped it up in a way that, well, really everyone in the WWA are going to have to take notice of here. And I know for sure that Union King has watched that back footage of that match and knows that this version of Ethan Ulrich that we're seeing here in the Only the Strong tournament is truly befitting of the nickname that is adorned on the front of his tights. This is the final boss of professional wrestling. And Ulrich made it clear backstage earlier on in this tournament that he has intentions of taking over the world. He made it quite apparent that his whole point of being in this tournament is to become the first double champion in the World Wrestling Alliance. And he may very well do it. But he's gonna have to go through a Union King who, much like him, has brought facets or added facets to his game that I just can't even fathom. The entire mythos of this Only the Strong tournament is elevation and evolution. It's stepping up your game. It's becoming better than you were the day before. And these two men exemplify that very terminology. Ulrich now with an Irish whip and digging those shoulders right into the breadbasket of King before King gets a foot up and counters out of the corner. Now King with Ulrich in the corner. And another elbow rake similar to what he used against Yoshiro in the opening round in the corner. Series of stomps taking it to the XWA champion, and another pinfall attempt here by King. Only a count of one though. Trying early on to wear the champion down. And being quite successful at it with those right hands. Oh, counter out of the corner. Well scouted is King. He knew that shoulder check was coming. Lowered his shoulder and countered it into a DDT. King again with another cover now. Trying to score the quick victory here and not exert as much energy as he thinks he needs to. As King rolls out of the ring, Ulrich gives chase and walks right into King's trap. King back in the ring now, taking his time, taking a breather, and going back to the top turnbuckle, looking for another one of those savage elbow dives. Snap into that. Oh, quick counter there. Checking the strike is Ulrich. And now he rolls King back into the ring. Delivers a shot to the back of the head, but King on the follow. Up to the task. Answers back with one of those springboard back elbows. And a double arm lock suplex by the man who calls himself the world's finest. Oh, looked like he might have been going for a regal plex to follow up, but Ulrich counters back elbow. Another shoulder check in the corner. He follows up with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex that knocks the wind right out of King. And Ethan Ulrich has been backpedaling up to this point, but now he's got his clutches on his opponent and is sure to administer some serious damage. Or maybe not. King with the undercut chop blocking now both men, trading blows in the center of the ring. Lefts, rights, chops. Union King is taking the fight right now, or was, to Ulrich. But the power of the XWA heavyweight champion of the world, just too overwhelming in that exchange. Ulrich with a couple of elbows, grounded elbows, and now top wrist lock by Ethan Ulrich, but King fights out of it with a trio of kidney shots. Ulrich trying to muscle his way back into control, and Union King fights out of it again, and now counters with the royal flush. Could this be it? No. The biggest win of Union King's career denied. And wisely enough, he continues to pour on the offense. And that's what you've got to do against a man like Ulrich. Stay on him. Keep that pressure on him as much as possible. Nice high-angle arm drag right there from the top turnbuckle by King. But Ulrich with a counter shot. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about Ethan Ulrich. Quintessential power wrestler. He will absorb a ton of damage just to get his hands on you once and equate that same amount of damage from an entire onslaught with one single move. Undisputed truth by Ulrich, and King kicks out at 2. But the damage is being done here. What the hell? Unbelievable. Union King used the ropes to break out of the grapple, but yet still couldn't withstand the power of Ulrich. And this exchange has just been back and forth here. Union King using all of the tools in his repertoire, and Ulrich just simply firing back. This is like a machine gun versus a tank. One's gonna shoot a whole bunch of precision rounds at you. The other one's just gonna throw a rocket in your face and explode everything in sight. I would say right now that Union King is in control of this contest, but all it takes is one move, one big opportunity by the champion, and he'll be right back into this. Wisely enough, however, Union King is not giving that opening to Ethan Ulrich. Another pinfall attempt here. 2 counts. And this is smart strategy on the part of King. Continuing to apply pressure. Trying to wind Ulrich here. Testing that cardio and that durability. Not wasting any time whatsoever. Every time he hits a big move, he follows it up with a pin. It might not get him the win, but it will succeed in continuing to slow down the champion. And look at Ulrich here going for the roll-up. An act of desperation, perhaps. Glancing strike on the boot here, and look at the power of Union King. Elevated arm drag follows up with that forearm to the inner elbow of Ulrich, and now the momentum seems to be shifting. And Union King delivers the knee trembler. That might do it. This could be it. No. King follows up with the STF, but look at how quickly Ulrich powered out of that hold. Union King will not be denied, however. Ethan Ulrich is just powering his way out of everything that King throws out. But King just refuses to give up. Lariat off of a counter by Ulrich. Irish whip reverse now, ducking under. Leapfrogs over his Union King and delivers a back elbow. There's the grapple. And Union King with a beautiful double arm suplex. Butterfly style. King now to the top. Turnbuckle delivered. A diving knee drop, and now Union King back to the top. Contemplating his next course of action and drops an elbow this time. The champ is down and out, and Union King, 3rd time's a charm here. No! This time, Ulrich escapes. Maybe he played possum. Ulrich delivers the undisputed truth. And just like that, Union King doesn't know where he is. Back-to-back finishers by the XWA's World Heavyweight Champion. And maybe it'll be 3rd time's a charm for Ethan Ulrich as he delivers another undisputed truth. And Ulrich wins. as we take a look at the replay. The world's finest put on the match of his life here tonight. He threw out everything on the table and then some. But the power, the fortitude, the durability of the XWA World Heavyweight Champion was just too much. For everything that came through to Ulrich's direction, it was absorbed and retaliated with interest. Royal flush there, one of several pinfall attempts by King. Just was not able to put Ulrich away. But it was a counter from a high-risk maneuver that led to a trio of big finishing moves by Ulrich, delivering here the undisputed truth to advance to the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall, Undisputed, Ulrich.
And with this victory, the final boss is on the cusp of making history as he advances to the finals of the Only the Strong tournament and is one win away from earning a world championship opportunity and again becoming the first double champion in the WWA's history. And now we find out who is going to be standing opposite him in the finals of OTS 2025. And this crowd here inside of the Pala Lodomatica in Rome, Italy, has been absolutely electric. And they're about to be on fire now because this next match is going to be one of the most amazing contests of this tournament between two equally amazing athletes facing off against each other here for the very first time. And I've already told you the history between them.
This semi-final match is scheduled for one fall. And introducing first, from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, El Scorpio Jr.
El Scorpio Jr. advanced to the semi-final round with a pinfall victory against Brian the Dragon Yang. And now sets his sights on a man who has history, legacy, and retribution on his mind. A man who, much like the man that he beat in his opening round, has a very, very interesting connection with this masked man from Mexico.
And his opponent, from San Francisco, California, the King of Fire, Krystian
Fenix advanced to the semi-final round by defeating Iconic, the CAW United States champion. And now makes his way to the ring against the man who is, as I pointed out, the son of the man who is the patriarch of the legendary academy that this man is one of many products of. Their careers have ran parallel to each other, both men breaking into the business at relatively the same time, but have obviously taken completely different paths that now meet here at Only the Strong 2025. Krystian Fenix may be the king of fire, but if there is one element of nature that could best describe the atmosphere here, it would be electricity. These fans are all in, and they are anticipating one of, if not the best match of the night here between these two amongst the most athletic competitors in all of professional wrestling. And on that note, remember that the winner of this match will face off against the final boss in the final match. This is not going to be an easily won tournament for any of these individuals. Match starting off with Fenix slipping out of what looked like was going to be a gory bomb by El Scorpio Jr. Both of these men immediately going for the big moves, not wasting any time here in the opening seconds of this match. Standing shooting star by Fenix after that ground and pound to the back of the neck that we've seen him use frequently within this tournament so far. Another attack there to the back of El Scorpio, whiffs on the flying strike, and El Scorpio connects on his. Swinging neck breaker now by Fenix. And this feeling out process at the start of this contest is going to be fast, frenetic, and furious. Elbow shot there. A duo of them on the apron to El Scorpio before he gets himself back into the ring. Oh, and there goes that stiff power slam by the son of the Scorpion. And now raking his forearm against the face of Fenix. Following up with a 12-6 elbow. Fenix keeps up, but walks into the clutches of Scorpio, and oh my goodness, the athleticism on display by both of these men are just incredible. And wait a second, Fenix with a Phoenix Smasher. No, 2 count only, but where did that one come from? Krystian Fenix out of nowhere, firing off one of his biggest weapons. Monkey flip now by El Scorpio. And this is what it means to advance to the finals. Throwing out everything you've got. Literally leaving it all in the ring. There's a elbow to the kneecap and follows by a series of strikes. Smart strategy by Fenix there. If you hinder the legs of a man like El Scorpio Jr., that's definitely going to negatively affect his high-flying potential. But when high-flying doesn't work, he can just simply rely on this high-impact offense. Look at Fenix deflecting this drop kicking. Foot to the face. Scorpio right back to his feet now. Sidearm locking an elbow counter. Another elbow counter, just back to back. This is like a chess match right now. The action goes outside of the ring. And Fenix with another attack to the legs of El Scorpio Jr. and follows up with more forearms to the back of the neck. I'm not sure if there's an actual game plan being implemented by both of these men so much as it is hit hard and hit often. And that was a vicious powerbomb to that LED screen. And Scorpio's head bouncing off of the ring post twice. The athleticism and resiliency on display right now by both of these competitors is just a testament to just how fine-tuned their games are. As Scorpio evades the cyclone kick, tosses Fenix across towards the barricade. Now an elbow counter to the breadbasket. Scorpio now throws Fenix back into the ring. And both men regrouping as Scorpio gets back into the ring. And Fenix, again, just complete aggression. Middle rope Fenix splash there. Doesn't go for the pinfall, however. Looking to do a bit more damage before he tries. And what the hell? I just mentioned the resiliency of these two men, but this is getting ridiculous. Someone out there is going to complain that they're not selling, when it's actually just the fact that these two men are ready to take as much punishment as possible. It's gonna be the man who withstands that punishment that emerges victorious. As Fenix delivers the snake eyes to the hardest part of the ring, onto the face of El Scorpio. With a right hand shot, gets himself back into the ring. Oh my goodness, what the? This is crazy. This is insane. Fenix basically just took out everybody with that forearm. Oh, and he delivers the Fenix splash. Krystian Fenix is, well, a man on fire, for lack of a better term. But the referee is out. This match could be over right now for all we know, but the referee's been knocked out cold. Just now coming back to his senses. And now Scorpio with the wherewithal now to get himself back into this match. What the? Are you kidding me? Back-to-back Hurricane Ranas. Fenix goes for the cover, but only a count of one. And now Kazama kicks by Fenix, who follows up with another Fenix splash. Third one of the match. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. To the gut by El Scorpio and a forearm. Back to the springboard and again another drop kick. Scorpio looked like he was going for the German suplex, but Fenix counters and delivers one of his own. Following up with the knee slam. Back to his feet is El Scorpio. But he walks into another predicament. Snake eyes, this time to the top rope. Fenix effectively using the ring as a means of offense as well as his own. But look at this. Scorpio with the insecurity. Irish whip, no score on what looked like could have been a Spanish fly. But Fenix looking to regroup now. Again, to the ropes is El Scorpio, but again, Scorpio fights out. Can't fight out this time, however. Fenix quick on the draw and another snake eyes. Scorpio sidesteps the drop kick. Fenix catches another kick by him, and this time, no enziguri, a forearm, and third time might be the charm here. Fenix pinning Scorpio to the ropes yet again, and again, Scorpio fights out of it. The rope-a-dope strategy does not seem to be working too well for the King of Fire. Combination by El Scorpio leading to a roundhouse right to the temple of Krystian Fenix, who now is in the clutches of a figure 4 leg lock. And El Scorpio adding more leverage with the bridge. That'll hyperextend the knee right there. And now, oh gosh, El Scorpio with Fenix against the top turnbuckle and delivers the Scorpion Sting. That high angle hammerlock DDT. Variation of the same move that Fenix uses now as his finisher, called the Ring of Fire. Fenix, however, kicks out at 2. And now Scorpio follows up with the Scorpio Star. Hooking the leg again, and no. 2.5. Incredible that Fenix is even back to his feet after taking 2 of the biggest weapons in the arsenal of El Scorpio Jr. And now what's he gonna do? Scorpio to the top turnbuckle now. Fenix both perched on the top, and oh! Avalanche butterfly suplex. Scorpio not going for the pinfall here, however. He's gonna settle for another Scorpion Sting. Added insurance, hooking the leg center of the ring. 2, no. The King of Fire refuses to go quietly into that silent night. And El Scorpio firing himself up, trying to find a way to put his opponent away. But Fenix now firing back. Combination of kicks and punches and a spinning elbow takes El Scorpio down. It's moments like this, as I've said many times before. Hold on. Fenix with a pin off of a Tiger Driver, but no, only a 2 count. Moments like this where you are in the deep waters, or where you either rise to the occasion or you fall short. And quite clearly, Krystian Fenix is built for this type of environment. Scorpio regrouping or attempting to outside of the ring. Meanwhile, Fenix measuring his opponent. And a somersault plancha over the top rope to the floor. And suddenly the momentum has shifted back into the favor of Krystian Fenix. Refs counted 4. Fenix now looking for another high impact move. No, are you kidding? Oh my goodness. Ring of Fire to the floor. And that's definitely has to have done some significant damage. And if it didn't, then this most certainly will. Phoenix smasher to El Scorpio, and Fenix in the corner. Looks like he's setting something up here, and oh my god. Oh, what the hell? A scintillating strike to the cranium of El Scorpio Jr. And Krystian Fenix wins. There are moments in time in this business we call professional wrestling where you are witnessing history and don't even know it. That was one of those times here through the course of this match. These two men made each other here tonight. Their reputations already well precede them, but they just opened up a completely new chapter in their respective legends here at the Only the Strong tournament. And I have no doubt that their paths are going to cross many more times through the course of their careers. But on this night, the night belongs to the King of Fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall, the King of Fire, Krystian Fenix.
And now it is official. The finals are set. This man here, Krystian Fenix, advances and will face off against the final boss, Undisputed, Ulrich. And the winner earns himself a guaranteed World Championship opportunity within the next 365 days. This is a dream fight, ladies and gentlemen. A battle worthy of the finals of this illustrious tournament. And it all goes down in just a few short moments.
Legacies. That's what this is all about. You can talk about the money, the fame, the glory, the titles, all you want. But at the end of the day, what everyone is here for is their legacy. To have their names remembered. Some of the names of the men who fought in this tournament you will remember, and others you might not. But you know what the difference is between those two? It's not the skill, it's not the power, it's not the speed, it's not even the experience. It's how hard each man continues to fight, to be remembered. Whether you win or you lose, do you get up and fight again, or do you give up and be forgotten? That's the next chapter of the story of the 6 men who didn't make it to this point, and the 1 man who won't make it past it.
The following contest is the final match of the 2025 Only the Strong tournament. The winner of this contest will be awarded a guaranteed World Championship opportunity within the next 365 days in the WWA promotion of their choosing. Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, the King of Fire, Krystian Fenix. And his opponent, from San Diego, California, the XWA World Heavyweight Champion, Undisputed Ulrich.
8 men entered the stage here at the Pala Latomatica in Rome, Italy, with championship aspirations. And it's come down to these 2. Krystian Fenix looking to reclaim what it is that he lost inside of the Iron Asylum. and Ethan Ulrich, who has made it apparent that he wants to become a multiple world champion within the XWA and further his own legacy as one of the greatest champions of all time. Will that be short-lived this early in the match, however? No, 2 count, but look at the athleticism of the big man Ulrich. Kipping up, but Fenix escaping the clutches, only to fall right back into the clutches of the Undisputed One. And Ulrich for the second time now applying a sleeper hold, trying to take some wind out of the sails of the King of Fire. I wanted to point out a couple of interesting facts here. The most important of which being the fact that since his debut in the XWA, Ethan Ulrich has yet to face a singles match loss. He has not been pinned and has not been submitted, which includes, of course, him capturing the XWA Heavyweight Championship of the World almost a year ago inside of the same Iron Asylum match that I only spoke of just moments ago. The second fact, hold on, pinfall here. Lateral press by Ulrich, not hooking the leg, only getting a 2 count, however, no. Drop kick to the back of the neck. But Ulrich quickly regrouping. And here's Ulrich right now for Ura-shoten out of nowhere. That was the move that he used to finish off Tank Kawaku. And Fenix fights out of whatever the follow-up was, only to eat a stiff lariat. No score on the knee slam there by Ulrich. And Fenix makes him pay with a shotgun drop kick right to the jaw. And Krystian Fenix follows up with the somersault plunge out of the ring. Just as Ulrich was trying to regain some composure. The King of Fire continuing to apply pressure now outside of the ring. Oh, and there goes that cyclone kick right to the back of the neck. Follows up with a standing shooting star press. An impressive athletic move that he has been using with great precision through the course of this tournament. And now Fenix to the top turnbuckle. Oh, thought he might have been going for the Fenix splash. He settles for a classic savage elbow, following up with a pin. Only a 2 count though. Oh, Fenix might have been looking to set up the twist of fate there. But he gets cut off by Ulrich. Thrown to the turnbuckle and now ground and pound by the XWA's heavyweight champion. The second fact I wanted to bring up as this action continues is that the last competitor in the XWA who enjoyed a winning streak of more than 200 or so days was the former God King Orion, now going by his real name of Angelus Aurelius, whom also was an undisputed and undefeated World Heavyweight Champion. And the man who ended that streak is the man with the red hair standing in the ring right now, Krystian Fenix. So the King of Fire will be looking to be a giant killer and a streak ender through the course of this final match in the tournament as he delivers the twist of fate. Leg is hooked center of the ring, but the shoulder of Ethan Ulrich goes up. Fenix now leaping to the top turnbuckle. Looks like he might be setting up for the Phoenix Splash. But no. Ulrich rolls out of the way just in the nick of time and delivers more ground and pound, and now might be looking to administer. Nope, not the Undisputed Truth. Opting for the secondary weapon again. But the elevator does not work, and now is Ulrich going to the top turnbuckle again? Yes, he is. Ethan Ulrich, all 335 pounds of him, looking for the clothesline, but gets stopped. Sidestepped by Fenix, but the athleticism and quickness of Ulrich is there to make up for the error. And this is the reason why he's called the final boss. Even when he makes mistakes, he is so quickly able to regroup from them. It is very difficult to find a hole in this man's game. And when it shows its head, he can just simply power his way out of it. Speaking of power, beautiful back suplex there by Fenix. And now another tactic that Fenix has been using to great efficiency there. Little ground and pound of his own. With those elbows, those forearms to the back of the neck. Oh, no score on the clothesline there, but Fenix using his athleticism to reposition himself. A stiff shot right there. And a European uppercut to the back of the neck. Fenix focusing on the head right now of the XWA World Heavyweight Champion. And talking about focusing on the head, there goes a stiff shot. Phoenix Smasher. Signature maneuver and going for a second time for the Phoenix Splash. But no score. How well scouted is Ethan Ulrich right now, being able to neutralize and nullify one of Phoenix's most powerful weapons. And now Ulrich back to the top turnbuckle. No score on the top rope clothesline. Really wants to score that high impact, high risk maneuver there. But neither man successful so far from the high rent district. Knee drop by Fenix. And we're starting to see some damage being dealt here. Fenix continuing to focus on the head, while Ulrich continues to focus on the body. War of attrition right now. And a beautiful butterfly suplex by Ulrich with a release. Tossing Fenix halfway across the ring. Fenix manages to slide out of the grapple. Makes Ulrich pay with the combination. Finishes off with a DDT. Follows up with a cover, but only another 2 counts. Springboard Phoenix Splash attempt by Fenix. No go. And both of these men have just been able to endure and escape the most potent offensive attempts at each other. But nonetheless, this back and forth can only go but so long before one of them hits one of the big moves. And in Ethan Ulrich's case, it's a trio of big moves. Triple German suplex. Signature Ulrich. And now looking to finish, but Fenix counters. Trio of thigh kicks, and look at that athleticism. Incredible agility on display by the King of Fire, and he's about to show us more. What an amazing competitor is Krystian Fenix. More ground and pound to the back of the broad neck of Ethan Ulrich. And a lot of people were questioning the fact that Fenix entering this tournament had been out of action for over 8 months. Would there be ring rust? Would he have lost a step? The answer to that question, if you're looking at the body of work of this entire tournament, is an emphatic no. But the champion of the XWA will not be denied. Beautiful. Belly to belly suplex. Looked like he might have been going for the triple German, but Fenix on the counter. Twist of fade into a cover, but no. Kick out at 2.5 by Ulrich, and Fenix now for springboard moonsault. And going up top again. Third attempt at a Fenix splash, and the third time is the charm. Oh my God. The third time was more than a charm. The third time, just one Krystian Fenix, the strong 2025 tournament. This is without question, well, I wouldn't even call it an upset. Like I said, this isn't the first time that Krystian Fenix has spoiled an undefeated record. But to do it so suddenly, out of nowhere, a trio of high-flying, hard-impact moves, culminating with this Fenix splash. And the King of Fire is victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall, and the winner of the 2025 Only the Strong Tournament, the King of Fire,
Krystian Fenix just won himself a guaranteed World Championship opportunity anytime within the next 365 days. And I don't think we have to wait too long to find out which one that will be.
Hey Ethan, before you make that long walk to the backstage area here to lick your wounds and contemplate what you're gonna do about this loss, I want to put your mind at ease for a moment. Because I'm not gonna keep it a mystery what happens next. The fact of the matter is, you have something that I want back. And I'm not going to keep it a mystery as to when that happens. There isn't gonna be any surprise viral moments or heists of the century. When I come for you, I'm gonna let you know well in advance, because the only thing I have to do to reclaim the XWA World Heavyweight Championship is beat you again, and there isn't a damn thing that you or any of your play friends can do to stop me. So treasure these moments that you have left as champ Ulrich, because as of right now, the clock is ticking.
A bold statement by the victorious King of Fire. And the question now is whether or not that was a warning or a prediction. In the meantime, that is going to conclude the 2025 Only the Strong Tournament. On behalf of the World Wrestling Alliance, 2K Games, and FINETUNED Gaming, this is 3X signing off. Good night from Rome.